Hello everybody, welcome to my channel again. Today I want to a bit review this old pistol and also want to cover the topic that do we need a state-of-art air pistol to start competing, or can we purchase a relatively cheaper older pistol which doesn't have all the fancy stuff that a new pistol would have, and can we start competing and training with this? Does it make sense? So just to start with the answer, yes, it makes sense. But why it makes sense, then we will talk about this. So this is my Hämmerli 480. This is not a 480K, so this is the older version. This pistol was a carbon dioxide driven pistol, which was then converted to pressed air, which then I converted to this long tube. It used to have like a fat tube. It also had a plastic grip that I changed to this nail grip, which is more comfortable. I purchased this for my son initially to make him like motivate for the shooting sport, but he is not interested. That's why this happened to be my spare pistol. If my main pistol is a failure, then I can comfortably use this one. That's why I train with this time to time. Also, my main pistol is a Morini, and the trigger of the Hämmerli is not as good as the Morini. That's why it also helps me to correct my trigger errors, that I feel the trigger more than the Morini. So it's a good tool to keep. And also I'm making some matches with this time to time to be prepared if I need to start using this and if something happens to my other pistol. So what is bad about this pistol? This is a very old pistol, has very less spare parts left. The rear side of this was fixed. This is fixed. You cannot just adjust it, the width. And the one that this one has happened to be a 3.2 millimeter width, which was very small for me, that I was seeing no air between the rear side and the front side. So between your rear side and front side, you want to see some air, that you can adjust the front side at the middle of the rear side. With this one, for me, it was not possible to see any air between the front side and the rear side. And I searched a spare, in the manual of this, it says that there's also 3.6 and 4 millimeter options available, but it was available when the pistol was in the market. I searched for this 3.6 and 4 millimeter rear sides. I could not find, so I couldn't find them, and this was the one reason I was not able to shoot this very well. But then I decided to file it myself. So I filed with a hand file this gun's rear side myself. So it's not perfect. I don't know if you can see. So this side is not perfectly straight. Also, there is a small bump at the middle. So it is like I think nobody would imagine to shoot an air pistol precisely with a handmade rear side gap. This is one thing that people might think is a disadvantage. The other thing is the trigger is, it is old. It's not crisp as Morini or Steyr or whatever you would imagine. So you need to really pull to make it drop. So you come to the wall and then you feel like of course it's perfect. Compared to a normal pistol, the trigger is perfect, but when you aim, when you hold it, you feel like you need to pull it. Of course, this is not the perfect trigger compared to other ones, but apart of that, it works, it functions. The speeds of the pellets are constant. I measured it, but people would not consider this as an option at our time to compete. Also, the front side is too thin. It's compared to Morini. The front side is too thin. that also makes it more difficult to focus on the sight rather than the target itself. But yes, so this is an old gun. But I will put a video while I'm shooting this, and you will see also the group. I still can manage 95s, 96, 97s with this. So I can still manage 560 plus with this gun. So what's the point of this? Still, this is an old gun. It has a handmade rear sight. Trigger is not very good. It has no compensator, the hose on the barrel, absorber, nothing. But still you can achieve 560 plus with this. I mean, I can achieve, probably you can achieve more. So does it still make sense to use it? Yes, it makes sense to use it. I mean, makes perfectly sense to use this as your main competition pistol, as long as you can find spare parts. So this is the main thing, actually. So if you are 1 week before a competition and something happens to this, you're done. I mean, in 1 week, probably you cannot fix it. You cannot find the spare parts. Probably you can really find hardly anybody who can repair this in this region, in your region. In my region, we are lucky. This is Swiss gun, this is Switzerland. But for the rest of the world, it might be tricky to find somebody to repair this. It might be tricky to find spare parts. It might be very, very tricky to find the spare part and have it delivered in 1 week. So this is the main thing. Otherwise, this is a perfect competition pistol. So you can compete with this as long as it works. So I hope it helps you to decide if I mean, of course, these are not cheap investments. I mean, a new sport air pistol starts from 1,800 euros, 1,800 euros, goes to 2,800 euros. I mean, this is quite some money for most of us. I paid around 100 euros to this one, and I invested 100 for the tube and another 100 for the grip, but this was my taste, so I could still use the fat tube and the plastic grips. So this is significantly cheaper than a new air pistol, and it's perfect that you could use this for 1-2 years to make sure that this is your sport, and if you want to go seriously with this, until then you can use this, and you can sell this to the same price that you purchased easily, because there are lots of students out there who cannot afford air pistol. They would go with this anyway. So that's why my answer is yes. If we have access such pistols in your area, go for it. As long as they work perfect. If they do not work, this is not that they are a bad pistol. It means just that you don't have the spare parts. Still, it's a good pistol. That's why, if this is what you have, and if this is what you can access, and if you just want to give a try, go with this. Have a cheaper version, a cheaper air pistol. Start until you come to the point that you seriously want to compete. Okay, I hope this helps you, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Until the next one.